We are Makilala TV, the first Filipino-American TV talk show in the New York metro area. Get to know us as we talk to the community leaders, innovators, advocates, and emerging artists who affect Filipino-American life.
Welcome to Makilala. My name is Cristina Pastor. Did you know that Edgar Allan Poe once lived in the Bronx? According to the Bronx County Historical Society, his cottage is located on Kingsbridge Road and the Grand Concourse. Like Poe, there are 5,000 Filipinos who live in the Bronx. Maybe not all of them own their homes, but all of them call this borough home. We have invited three of them today to tell us more about this fascinating borough that has been their slice of New York City life. We would like to welcome Lindy Rosales, a registered nurse, Victor Palmos, a makeup artist, Nica Garana, a student at the College of Mount St. Vincent. Welcome to Makilala. My co-hosts, Jan Fuhrer and Rochelle Ocampo, will be joining us in the next episode. So, did you know about Edgar Allan Poe?
Actually, just this year, early this year, when I was reading it, I read it on the internet. I'm like, oh my gosh.
So it's been said that when he wanted to get away and wanted to write, he would go to his house in the Bronx so he could write. Nika, you're a student. You probably have heard of something like that.
Yeah, I've heard of his house in the Bronx, and I've passed by it many times when I take the 9 bus going to my school. Yeah.
Have you visited the cottage?
No, it's just something that you see, and then you remember that, oh, it's Edgar Allan Poe's house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Victor?
No, way back then in college, we have the literature subject.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
then,
right. Did you know that you share a borough with somebody that you studied in school?
Yes, I know. And that's Edgar Allan Poe is
from the Bronx.
from New York, in the Bronx. And then,
So, I'd like to ask all of you, why do you live in the Bronx? What is there in the borough, and how would you describe it? Nika?
I think it's very rich in culture and history. I live in the Bronx because my mom brought me here. I immigrated from the Philippines.
So, you had no choice.
Yeah, I have no choice. Yeah.
Okay, Lindy?
I moved to the Bronx because I was looking for an affordable place to live, close to Manhattan, and I didn't want to pay the toll. So that's one of the reasons why.
Victor?
yeah, same as Lindy. I'm looking for a place which is quiet. And finally, I found it in the Bronx. My neighbors are Italian, Polish, and some Filipinos, good Filipinos.
Oh,
Yeah.
good
I feel like
Filipinos.
I feel like there's a
Yes,
common
that's right.
misconception that the Bronx is very noisy and that it's very
No.
like dirty, but
That's
it's really
right.
not.
No,
It's not.
not.
Maybe you found the right neighborhood.
Yes, but there's a, like every place there's a good and bad place.
Yeah,
so.
that's right.
That's true, that's true.
So, Victor, tell us about rent in the Bronx.
Uh,
Are they still affordable?
Yes, it's still affordable, and
Give us some numbers.
It range. It depends how you. Let's
Like
say
a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom?
2-bedroom, or renting a room. Renting a room, I think around 600 and up. It depends upon you stay on the
not bad.
basement or the second floor, first floor, something like that.
And the
Yeah.
2-bedroom would be
The 2-bedroom
almost
it costs
2,000.
2,000,
Yeah.
right? That's right.
It's kind of like,
I think it's the whole second
like
floor
Queens.
now.
right?
You can negotiate with the owner. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because nowadays, and one day, my landlord said, "Why don't you occupy the whole second floor?" I said, "No, I don't think so. I just by myself. I don't have family."
The whole
And
second
said,
floor?
The whole second floor.
The
and
whole second floor.
she was giving it to you for how much?
Yeah, it's 1,500.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
not bad.
That's
right?
not bad,
He said,
yeah.
he said, "Oh, okay. I'm just
That's
thinking
not bad
about
at
it."
all.
Yes, if my job is good, it's okay. Then I'll go for it. But
That's
at
right.
this time, not yet.
Not yet. So the Bronx is not a lot of people know much about it. So, but it's been there is some kind of an image problem. Like it's been associated with poverty, street crime,
That's very true.
unemployment. Would you like to talk about that?
That's true. Every time we get visitors, they go to our house and they'll be like, oh, it's quiet in here. It is, there's the misconception because in the movies you see the Bronx as a, bad place. There's a lot of
Yeah.
shooting
That's
and
right.
a lot of.
Yeah. Did
But
you know that The Godfather there was a scene?
in the Bronx?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I learned about this. I didn't know that too. I learned about these things when I was doing my research about the borough. So one of the scenes there is a pizza place in the Bronx, I think. That was where they arranged to
yes,
kill
yes.
somebody.
Oh,
Yeah, so
that's
tell
probably
us
close
about
to
that.
mine. We have a pizza place in almost
a lot.
every corner
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our neighborhood, but I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so every time we invite somebody, we tell them, oh, this is how to get there, and they'll be like, are you sure it's okay for me to go there?
Yeah, is
yeah,
that a
because they have this idea, in the olden times, it was the crime rates were high and everything.
Have things changed?
A little bit in certain boroughs. There are, good neighborhoods and bad neighborhoods, but you see a lot of police presence now in some of them. So
in my
It's
neighborhood, there's a
getting
lot of
better.
police.
Oh,
It's getting
good. That's
better.
very good. Yeah.
Although there are still a lot of places that I think that are left out.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, like sometimes when I take the subway, when you go underground before you get to the Bronx, a lot of the stations, they're not very clean. So it's
okay,
that's still a lot of things that needs
The
improvement.
improvement, yeah.
So
I even wanted to take a picture and put it on Twitter, but changed my mind.
why? Somebody might get back to you. So the Bronx, as when there are problems like maybe a snowstorm, does the Bronx get immediate attention?
Attention.
Like Manhattan does?
Unfortunately not. Only the major highways.
Oh,
Yeah.
the major
The
highways.
sides, the streets, no, the secondary roads, it will take a while, right?
Really?
Sometimes,
I feel like-
sometimes a day
Yeah.
or two, yeah.
That's right.
Like the busy
No,
areas.
in my case, in my place, when the snowstorm came in, right? Next thing in the morning when you wake
They were all
up,
gone?
it's all gone.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Why?
He's probably close to the highways or something.
No,
It's probably because
the-
you
the
are in
area.
it's
The
your
the
area
neighbor,
is
the
kind
Italian side.
of
They have an
The
organization.
commercial area,
Yeah.
probably the commercial
Even
areas.
I live on the on the side street, on the Colden Avenue. But
I guess it's also the community that you
the
live in,
community,
right?
I think they
Probably.
have organization, and then somebody clean up,
But it's
so you can walk all the way to the
Oh.
main road. Yes,
so who
it's so
cleans
clean.
up? The community people or
No, I
City
think
Hall?
The city hall.
Sanitation.
City Hall,
Sanitation.
Sanitation.
Oh,
yes.
okay, yeah.
I think it depends
Sanitation.
upon the area where you live.
Yeah, sometimes it's the big sanitation trucks or the
Yeah.
contractors
Probably I live
that
in
come
the,
in.
the,
That's
the
right.
mafia side. A lot of business in my area, that's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a commercial. There's a lot of businesses there.
Yeah,
So you
small
don't feel
business.
like, as a resident of the Bronx, your borough is treated like a second-class borough?
Sometimes I do, because like in my side, the bus service stops at 11 o'clock, I think, or at night. So if you go to Manhattan and you have a late night out, when you go back, you have to walk all day because
Oh,
the bus is no longer there.
Oh.
Yeah, so sometimes we take the car, drive near the subway, so we don't have to walk that far. So, it depends. But I've seen other bus stations, they're open 24 hours. So maybe it's the demand, I don't know.
That's right.
So, you know.
I feel like it's also like the busyness of the area. Like where I live, it's
That
not
could be
that
true.
busy. Like there's not a lot of nightlife. So,
Oh,
but I feel like if you were to go to like the busier areas, like say like the South Bronx or like Fordham, Washington Heights, they would have like longer bus services over there.
Because there's
Yeah.
more
There's more
activity.
people.
There's more
Yeah.
More
activity.
activity, yeah.
Like the end of the 6th train, if you go to the very end of the 6th train, as soon as you come out, there's like 5, 6 bus stations, different bus. They're open every day,
okay,
okay.
24
Every day.
hours. That one I can see.
So Nica, you go to a school, the College of Mount St. Vincent, which has a lot of Filipino students,
Yes.
right? Tell us about your school.
So, like, what do you mean, like?
You are a freshman.
Yes. So we
Okay.
have a organization called Samahan. It stands for Students at the Mount Advancing Their Humanity. Yeah, but basically it's like a little Filipino club, and we keep it like. We have like families, and we do a lot of Filipino things, and we learn about our culture too. Well, I just started. It's been like a month in.
Oh, you're
Yes.
a freshman.
yes.
Taking
We
up
just started,
Nursing.
nursing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But your mom is not a nurse. Your
No,
mom
she's
is
not a nurse. She's a teacher.
She's a teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are Filipinos the biggest ethnic group in the college?
No, but I would
No.
say that there's a lot. There's a big presence of Filipinos on campus, especially in the nursing bio area. Yeah.
Because that's where former President Cory Aquino
Yes.
went to school, right?
Went to
Yes, she
school,
went
that's
there.
right.
yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did. Bec-
Yeah, she
I'm-
has a scholarship there, right?
Oh, you are a Cory
She has
Aquino
a
scholar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, congratulations.
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 What does that mean? You don't pay tuition fee?
no, I don't pay tuition fee, but I would have to pay for dorming. But fortunately, I only live like 30 minutes away driving, so I don't need to.
So you won't pay
dorm.
tuition fee for 4 years?
Yep, I just need to
Wow.
maintain,
You maintain,
a certain
right?
average.
GPA,
Oh, what is that average?
3.2.
3.2.
3.2.
Oh, that putting pressure on you?
Yes, right now.
Yes, right.
So,
But that's good. That's good to know that you're one of them.
Yeah. What does that mean? You're
They don't give out a lot of those. Yeah.
No, I think they
Scholarship,
award it.
right?
They
Yeah.
don't they award it every year?
They do to rising like freshmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
There's
it's only given to
four-
Filipinos, right?
Yes.
Only
yes.
Filipinos?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
Wow,
can be
why?
you can be like half full. Like you have to be some kind of Filipino.
There
in
has to be a
you.
Filipino.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
Filipino
blood.
blood. It's
Yes.
Cory's.
Yeah,
It's
because
Cory
it's Cory.
Foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, all right.
So,
Scholarship.
how diverse is Bronx?
It's pretty diverse, I would say,
Uh-huh.
but the Asian population is not as big as you would say like in Queens because there's a lot of like Asians in Queens.
that's right.
So when you see other Asians, it's not that familiar, but you know that we're there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, Lindy, are there other ethnic communities that you see
Like
around the Bronx?
I see different kinds. When you take the subway, you can hear different languages.
Yes,
The
that's
people
what
dress
people-
differently. You see a lot, and
Loud
but
music.
everybody talks in different languages, and you
Yeah.
see English now and then. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of a variation.
Victor, you mentioned loud music. Did
Yeah,
you say that
yes,
Bronx is the home of hip hop?
Yes, it's the birth of hip hop.
Oh my
you know.
God! How did
Yeah.
you find it out?
Because Jado is from the Bronx, right? So it started all.
Yeah.
So, are you proud to be living in the
Yeah.
Bronx because
Yeah,
of that
I'm so
fact?
proud of that place. Even my friend said, "Oh, how come you live in the Bronx? It's so scary." I said,
It's
"Hello,
far.
darling, visit my place." And they
I
were
get that from a lot of
surprised. They were
people from like
surprised.
other boroughs too,
Yeah,
like
they're surprised,
Brooklyn,
really
Brooklyn or
surprised.
Manhattan. They'd be like, "Oh, you're from the Bronx."
Bronx?
I'll be
Yeah,
like,
there is a
"No,
certain
not that
stop,
bad."
right?
Yeah.
There's
And
a
it
certain
stops.
kind of. Oh.
Yeah, like ooh.
I think people used to say that of Harlem. Oh, you live in Harlem.
Yeah,
Something
that's
like that,
true.
right?
That's
But
true.
I think
That's true.
Harlem is slowly getting
That's true. When I used to work
nicer
there,
reputation.
yeah, people would be like, "Oh, you work in Harlem," and then it stops. It becomes silent.
Yeah. So, are you used to that kind of reaction by now?
Pretty much.
Shouldn't you be challenging them? Why don't you visit our home, our
Yes, that's
borough?
right. And I think you have to feel the place also, and you walk around the area, you know, and say hi to the people around you.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's how you communicate with the people, regardless their color, their skin, you know, whatever,
That's
the
true.
language, and you know. I think that's the way to share your culture also. And they always say, "Where are you from?" They always say that. "Oh, I'm from the Philippines." "Oh, you're a Filipino?" "Yes, I am a Filipino," I said.
Yeah.
So yeah.
They do
So
that.
when people say, when people ask you, where are you from? And you say, I'm from the Bronx, does it give you a certain measure of pride to say, I'm from the Bronx?
A little bit, but then you're met with silence.
Yeah,
When
for
you
a
say, "I'm
while,
from the
and
Bronx," and they're like, "Oh." So you have to, put it in. Like, it's not that bad,
So
There-
when you have guests coming to your house, where is the first place that you take them? What part of the Bronx?
It depends. Like, if they're new to the place, usually we drive around. I show them to City Island, where you can see all the
my
yeah.
God,
the restaurants
food
and
is good.
stuff.
What-
What
Yes.
is City Island?
City Island is an island somewhere in the Bronx. It's like
The
a beach
street
town
food, right.
community. It's a straight road where they're all lined with seafood places to
Seafood
eat.
places.
Really?
Uh-huh. And
never
at the
heard
end
of
of the
that.
road, if you don't have a lot of money, you go to the end. There's at the end, it's like it's not a sit down, but you can buy,
You can buy
oysters
everything,
and stuff
oysters,
there.
yeah.
And
And you
reasonable
go there in the
price?
summer, it's
Yeah.
very nice.
It's like a mini market.
Oh,
You
really?
can stand and eat.
It's like you're having a little vacation when you get to
And
that
then
place.
it gets cooked there?
Yeah,
You
outside.
can- Oh,
If you go to the
okay.
end, which is cheaper, you park your car and then.
You can eat.
But if you want to have a fancy sit down, you sit on the bigger ones like the Sammy's. It's
Yeah.
a lot of places. Very nice food.
So where else do you take your guests if they're visiting your home? Nica?
I would say the New York Botanical Garden.
Okay.
I used to work there, like I volunteered, and it's a really nice place. It's very therapeutic
to be
if you
young.
go there.
I know.
Yeah, anybody can go in
Yeah.
there, and
Yeah.
then they have exhibitions like
Yeah.
every time the seasons change. Like right now they have the Chihuly.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like different. I think he was an artist or she was an artist, and then they kind of integrate it with like nature-based things too.
Oh, because
Yeah. It's a very nice.
botanical.
Yeah, it's very nice.
What about you, Victor? Where do you take your
think
guests?
On Arthur's Avenue, where the famous restaurant are. Yeah.
Arthur's
That's
Avenue.
Little Italy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's the original one, right?
Mhm.
And
You can
good
just
food.
walk
You
and-
just walk and, you know.
But is it expensive?
Not really affordable, but, you know, there's a lot of tourists go there. All right. They're curious about Little Italy. They think Little Italy is only on the 14th Street or
Little
in,
Italy by
or
Manhattan, by
in
Lower Broadway.
Yeah, Lower Broadway in Canal Street, some that area. No, the original one is in the Bronx.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
places to go. When I first came in, I didn't know where to shop because, like, where's the malls? I don't see any malls. They were like, oh,
The malls at the top.
I know, like, but you have to drive to go to the next store. I'm like, in New Jersey, you just go to the building and everything is
Yeah.
there.
Everything is there.
I'm like,
right?
oh my gosh.
What is the mall like in the Bronx?
In the Bronx,
Are
the
they
first time
separate? Are they
the
different
first time I
places?
came, the closest mall was Bay Plaza. I'm like, but it's not a mall because
That's
you
not
have
a
to
mall.
drive to go to the next store. It's not like
Oh.
one in New Jersey. You park, you go
Yeah.
inside, and
You go
everything is
inside.
there.
It's like in the
a-
Oh, you just
Yeah.
walk around.
Yeah.
And in the Bay Plaza, you have to go back to your car to go to the next store if you want to go to another store.
I changed now though. They have like a big mall where you can just see everything in there, and then they have like little.
Oh yeah,
outlet
yeah, yeah.
stores,
They
too.
they improved it.
Yeah.
a lot.
So they're now the stores are now
They made a
in
new
closer,
one.
Compact,
closer.
yeah.
to
They
each
made a
other.
new one like across it.
Yeah.
In the
Oh,
Truxton
okay.
Plaza, and then they improved the Cross County Mall. I never used to go there because it was dark, but
That's
now
right.
it's a very beautiful now.
And you have Nica. Do you see yourself raising your family in the Bronx?
Like my future generation.
Do you see yourself staying there forever, and raising getting married, and
No, I haven't
raising
thought
your
of
family there?
that yet.
Not
But
yet.
I would say it's up to like my generation to improve the Bronx. So we'll see
Yes,
if
yes,
it has improved, which I hope it will. But I haven't thought about that
You
yet. So
haven't
we'll
thought.
see. Yeah.
Too far ahead, right?
Yeah,
Too
too far
far.
ahead.
Is gentrification an issue?
Yes.
How do you say that, Nica?
Because
You were saying something about when there is a Starbucks.
yeah, basically when there's a Starbucks in a neighborhood where there's like small businesses, that's when you know that gentrification is
It's
Oh,
coming. It's coming in.
really?
Yeah.
I
It's
And on
coming in.
Pelham Parkway, they're building like new, like I know they're gonna build like stores too.
Yes.
So I feel like it's part of that collaboration.
Are you
Area.
getting a lot of high rises?
Not in my neighborhood, no, because it's like suburban, but I'm pretty sure in like the urbanized neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the high rises are along Grand Concourse,
Yeah.
the residential high
Concourse, yeah.
rises.
So will this be affecting rentals, Victor? What do you think?
I don't think so. I think it depends upon the
depends,
area.
yeah.
Yeah.
Depends upon the
Because
area.
Bronx has
Yeah.
different neighborhoods, so it depends on which area you live.
Oh,
So I think
Yeah.
the prices will go higher in urbanized areas like around Grand Concourse. Yeah.
Or around Fordham University,
Fordham,
maybe,
yes.
because of the
Near the
student
school, near the
population.
hospital.
A lot of kids go there.
where are the Filipinos in the Bronx? Where do they live?
They're scattered, they're right.
They're,
Yeah, Pelham Parkway.
Pelham
a
Parkway.
lot of them live in Palm
Kingsbridge.
Parkway.
They
Why-
all
why
live
do
in
they
like
like
one
Pelham
building.
Morris Park.
Oh, it's Palm Parkway is close by Jacoby Hospital.
And, you
so,
know-
so a lot of nurses work there.
There's a lot, right?
Yeah.
And surprisurprisingly, there are no Filipino restaurants in the Bronx.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Maybe making
Why?
demand.
Somebody make a
Another one,
Filipino.
right?
when I first came, I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
where's the Filipino restaurants?
No, I
That's a
remember.
good one,
I remember
right?
there was one Filipino store my mom used to take me East Gun Hill Road. We would just go
there was
there,
one
like
Gun
one
Hill Road.
small one, and then he
I didn't
left.
even
I don't know where
about
he
that.
went.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone
But
now.
Victor was saying something about a Filipino.
There's a grocery,
grocery.
called
Yeah.
Pioneer, and
Yeah.
one time, and just
Oh, I
walking
don't know
inside,
about that.
when I say, oh my God, there's a Filipino groceries inside. You know,
So
like,
maybe
they have
they just
cheese.
expanded that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's far from us though. That's the thing. Yeah, it depends on where you live.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
so I go to there's a Korean or an Asian
Asian
store.
restaurant.
And they
That's the
carry our
closest
products
one.
too?
Yeah, some
Oh,
of
they
them.
do.
Yeah,
Is that
they do.
H-Mart?
They have
Wow.
bagong and
The most important, right?
they have those things.
Okay.
So that's the closest thing.
The
that-
tuyo.
Unless you want to eat in a real restaurant, then you go to Queens.
Yeah.
I mean, real Filipino restaurant.
That's right. Hey, thanks very much for coming down to our show. Thank you, Lindy.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
My
Nica,
pleasure.
and thank you, Victor, for a very lively conversation. Now I know a little bit more about the Bronx, and it's not just about the Bronx Zoo. Before we close, we would like to listen to our guest performers. They're not from the Bronx, they're from Connecticut, and they're here to sing an original composition called Sa Tamang Panahon, which means at the right time. Let's welcome Josh Concepcion and Alyssa Stephanie Bernardino of J. Ali Acoustics.
Before we perform our original, we would like to invite all of you guys, all of you Makilala viewers, to come and watch our upcoming show this November 12 called One for All for Love,
Yes.
along with Brian Magsayo and Arnel Arcedo.
Yes, kasama din po natin yung mga idol namin from tri-state area, Gio Rebucas and Michelle, Angel Ram, and of course, yours truly, nandun din po kami, nandun din po ang The Rackets, tsaka NU7. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope you join us all, yeah. Yes, we're gonna play a song. It's our original song. Actually, love song daw po. So, yeah.
Bawat araw, ikaw ang hanap. Anong saya pag ika'y nariyan. Mga kahapong ika'y kasama. Sadyang kay sarap balikan. Kay lungkot mang isipin na hindi pa ito ang tamang panahon na sa'yo ay aminin. Sa tamang panahon, maghihintay ako sa'yo. Kung hindi pa handa ang iyong damdamin, sana ako'y matutunan mo mahalin. Umaga, gabi, ikaw ang nasa isip. May gusto mang iba, ako'y nariyan lang. Hindi susuko anumang mangyari. Sasamahan ka sa iyong tabi, sa iyong pagluha. Ako ang sandalan sa lungkot at saya. Ako'y nandito lang para sa'yo. Thank you.